Angela Merkel has flatly rejected an appeal by her Social Democrat rival, Martin Schulz, for his second primetime TV debate just days before Germans go to the polls. With Merkel widely expected to secure a fourth term in office on the 24th of September, Schulz's plea to the German Chancellor is being viewed as little more than a last-minute bid to claw back support. In his written request to Merkel, Schulz said he had been approached by many voters on the campaign trail telling him they had many unanswered questions they would still like to put to the main candidates. Schulz said some topics close to people's hearts were not addressed during their one direct confrontation before a TV audience of more than 16 million on the 3rd of September, including pensions and education. Schulz, who repeated his appeal in front of a TV audience on Tuesday evening, as well as on Twitter, wrote, "The citizens of this country deserve a comprehensive debate on the central questions related to the future of this country. For this reason I call for a second TV duel before the election. I am prepared to go ahead with it at any time." Quick guide along with its Bavarian sister the Christian Social Union (CSU). This is Germany's main center-right party and heads the outgoing coalition government. Led by Angela Merkel, it is popular mostly among older, rural, conservative and Christian voters, and is currently polling at up to 40%. The country's main center-left party and the junior partner in the outgoing CDU coalition. Strong mainly in industrial Western Germany, the party is led by the former European Parliament President Martin Schulz, whose return from Brussels sparked an initial surge in support that has now subsided. The party lost a traditional stronghold, North Rhine-Westphalia, in a regional election in May, and is heading for 2,325% of the vote. A more radical left-wing party, formed in 2007. Strongest in the former East Germany, it has never been part of a governing coalition at national level and is currently the largest opposition party. It looks likely to win 910%. The Free Enterprise, pro-business party has spent more time in government than any other party, but failed to enter parliament in 2013 for the first time. Now thriving under a new leader, Christian Lindner, they are polling at 89%. Still find support in West Germany's university cities but, on 78%, are not the force they were in the early 2000s, when they governed with the SDP. The nationalist, Eurosceptic party, which welcomed both Brexit and Trump, looks likely to enter the Bundestag for the first time in its four-year history. The anti-immigration, anti-Islam party is now represented in every German state in parliament and, while it has been hit by infighting and seen its support fall from 15% at the height of the refugee crisis, is still polling at 89%. Thank you for your feedback. But Merkel, who from the outset has rejected the idea of anything other than a single encounter, and also succeeded in resisting TV producers' ideas for enlivening what turned out to be a rather wooden format, said she had no plans to change her mind. Angela Merkel enjoyed taking part in one TV duel, her Christian Democratic Union (CDU) party said on Wednesday, adding this format proved successful and therefore shall leave it at that. The TV debate is widely considered the highlight so far of the rather uneventful campaign. Over 97 minutes the two politicians battled it out on topics such as the refugee crisis, motorway tolls and relations with Turkey. For Schulz, the leader of the Social Democrats SPD who has been trailing in the polls for months, the duel was seen as his only chance to significantly change his party's fortunes. 30% of Germans said the debate would influence their voting behavior. Polls afterwards showed viewers considered Merkel the winner. The latest polls show the SPD has since failed to make any gains on the CDU, but instead has lost support, possibly due to Schulz's performance, namely his inability to distinguish himself sufficiently from Merkel. Polls show the SPD trailing the CDU by between 13 and 16 percentage points. A Forsa Institute poll released on Wednesday showed the CDU on 37%, the SPD on 23%, Die Linke, the far-left party, on 10%, the far-right Alternative for Deutschland AfD on 9%, and both the Greens and the pro-business Free Democratic Party FDP on 8%. A victorious CDU is expected either to renew a grand coalition with the SPD, or to enter a Jamaica coalition with the Greens and FDP.